Is it awful being forced to applaud like that? Welcome back. Colin Jackson, of course, still with us. Nobody gets it for free here. In a few minutes, he'll be helping us try out the hottest chili sauce in the world. Oh, hey.
That'll get you to run fast. But first, tonight sees the start of a marathon endurance feat. David Blaine will be suspended in a box over the River Thames for 44 days without food.
Cool.
Now, how will he accomplish this? Our next guest thinks David might just have a few tricks up his sleeve. So please welcome the man of magic himself, Paul Zenon.
Paul Zenon.
How you doing?
Hey, Paulie. Oh, you didn't swap that for us?
Yeah, sure.
Colin, you just spoke over there.
Man of magic.
Yeah.
Man of magic.
Sorry, you're right. He's a hurdler, and I had to jump over him. Right.
So, Paul, do you think David is going to do it? Is it possible for him to survive like that for 44 days?
I think he will, actually, because everybody's talking about he might not really be in the box and all that kind of thing. I think he will do it. The question is why, really. But it's interesting that in most of his stunts, he spends time in a confined space, long periods of inactivity with only liquid intake. That's just being a student, isn't it? He's super student.
But people always think there's a trick involved. I mean, and you would know. Would you like to tell us what the...
Well, I seriously think he's going to do it, you know, pretty much straight. I mean, there could be things like his water drip in there, could have sort of a high-energy glucose content or something like that to feed him. It could be hiding stuff in. You know, he's taking in disposable nappies, which is interesting. I don't know whether they're going to stay in the box with him after he's used them. I don't know. But he's taking in a poncho, disposable nappies, and lip balm. Now, that's the one that jumps out. Apparently, after 30-odd days of not eating, your internal organs break down. But as long as your lips aren't chapped, that's the main thing. So.
But he also, I see, during the week, apparently cut off part of his ear.
Yeah, it's all because he's too lazy to learn a couple of jokes, basically. That's what it is. No, it's interesting because even a lot of
kind of far, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, on American TV, he actually took out his heart live on a TV show, apparently. And it was interesting because that's obviously, well, you would presume it's a trick. And yet journalists here are still going, but maybe he really cut his ear off. It seems to be better today, though, strangely enough.
Have you met him?
I met him probably about 5 years ago. We had a couple of beers together, yeah.
And?
So, he's not actually that strange. He likes playing the weird card. I mean, he wants people to think he's odd. I mean, it's a weird one, this one, because it's kind of... this one just smacks a little bit of bad taste to me. That kind of idea of starving yourself for publicity, for, you know, for light entertainment.
He's perhaps more like Houdini, isn't he? Houdini
Houdini will get out the box. Yeah. No, Houdini was an escapologist. It's strange that he does get compared on the publicity stunt front, but Houdini obviously used to... he didn't hang around. He got out and cleared off, took the money and run, you know. Yeah.
Do you think he's just really good at all meditation and stuff like that? Because like you say, all these things where it's a long period of time, he's on his own, he's very solitary and all the rest of it. Is that his knack? And if he can just switch off in his mind?
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a challenge, 44 days, you know. I mean, what again, a bit distasteful about it is this idea of a kind of personal challenge, finding inner truths. And, you know, well, if it's that personal, stay in your apartment for 6 weeks and do it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, what I don't like about it is all the sort of allusions to things like prisoner of war camps, concentration camps and hunger strikers. Mm. You know, if he was doing it to raise money for Amnesty International or to raise political awareness about prisoners in Burma, I think great. But, you know, it's just got a little bit kind of Michael Jackson, you know, when he starts doing the crucifix posture and all that.
But then he'd have a Diamante
and Colin Jackson.
Yeah. So obviously it's going to be the talking point tonight of everyone in the pub.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're all going to be down the boozer, let's face it, tonight, especially celebrating not working with him anymore. So what sort of tricks will we be doing with our mates in the pub tonight? Because you might as well while you're here.
Yeah, well, let's show you a real simple trick. I'll tell you what, this is a way to win a tenner. It's not a magic trick, but in fact, before we have that water, Jenny, you grab your water as well, okay? Right, so a tenner...
Colin, you pick up yours as well.
Yeah,
We'd like
you have a go.
Well, do what you're told.
Absolutely. We will involve Colin.
What are we doing here?
Was that the card you were thinking of?
Definitely.
Bit of a long shot, but worth a go. Right, try
frightening.
this. Tenner if you can do the same as me. You just got to do the same. So left hand.
Left
in
hand.
the left hand. Okay, so you go to the east.
To the east.
To the west.
To the west.
To the mighty Thor.
To the mighty Thor.
To the rain.
To the rain.
To the wind.
To
To the wind. That's not going to impress anybody.
Well, it's just to win a tenner. Did I mention I got a book out? What I need to do is borrow a tenner off you, Terry. OK, cool. Right.
As soon as you mentioned the tenner, I knew you'd be wanting.
Absolutely. Right, this is kind of based on that old thing. You might know this game, actually. Let's just shift those out of the way so we can see.
This will impress your friends in the pub.
This is what... you might know the old trick where you balance a bottle like that, and the idea is to get the tenner out from underneath without touching the bottle or knocking it over. Now, on a smooth table, you could probably do it like the sort of tablecloth from under the crockery. On a bar towel or a tablecloth or whatever, it's more difficult. But what you do then, to get it off without touching the bottle, is that. You roll it and it comes off the edge. Now that's the sort of... Now that's the idea. That's the idea that this one is base one. This is a bit more complicated. You put the tenner on top and it has to be in the middle, and then you balance the other bottle like... This is the fiddly bit, actually balancing it. Yeah. Not a great trick to do on live TV, I get the feeling here. Yeah. OK, so now this is just a down-to-earth, simple, basic trick. Never do your good stuff. The idea is to get that tenner out without moving the bottles. OK? Now, if you try yanking it, believe me, it'll fall over. OK? You can't do the rolling thing, it'll fall over as well. So this is what you do to win the tenner. First of all, you do that. So there's £3 back. So, for the £7, what you've done is make that edge close, right? So it's not in the middle anymore. You do this and you go a 1, a 2... And that's for you. And a little present as well.
Thank you very much to
Paul Zenon.
Paul Zenon, everyone. Thank you. Now, at about 11:30 tonight, curry houses all over the country will be opening their doors for the thousands of people who like nothing better than having their insides fired up by hot and spicy food. But what makes our mouths tingle, our eyes water, and us reach for the jug of water? The secret ingredient, of course, is super strong and exotic chilies. Here to sort out the men from the boys in chili sauces is celebrity chef Paul Blackson.
Thank you.